A couple days ago, it was announced that Olivia Wilde would be directing a female-centric Marvel movie for Sony. The Deadline article that announced this heavily pushed that it's going to be a Spider-Woman movie, despite it not really being confirmed that it's definitely a Spider-Woman movie. But with it not being confirmed and all, is this actually true? Well, in this video, I'm going to be looking at what we have and determining what the most likely choice is. Alright, so let's take a look at the evidence that we have. So, first thing that should be noted is that when Olivia Wilde retweeted the Deadline article on her Twitter, she posted it with just a spider emoji. Now, a lot of people interpret this as her pretty much confirming that it's a Spider-Woman movie. But that's not really necessarily the case. Since this is a Sony Marvel movie that's female-centric, it's a Spider-Man spin-off movie, and having a spider emoji with it would be appropriate whether it's a Spider-Woman movie or a Black Cat movie, for instance. So it's not necessarily indicative that we are getting a Spider-Woman movie, but it is something to consider. We should also take into account what we've heard about Spider-Woman so far. So all that we've heard about Spider-Woman specifically is rumors about it being in development pretty early this year. But not long after that, we got confirmation that Robert Orsai was hired as a writer on a Sony Marvel movie that was going to come out in October of 2021. That movie is no longer on Sony's schedule due to the pushbacks from COVID-19, but it's still happening and Robert Orsai is still writing it. Now, Robert Orsai is a big Hollywood movie director, and while it was unconfirmed what movie he would be writing, a lot of people pointed to Spider-Woman because that seems like the biggest blockbustery movie that Sony had in development for him to write. And that makes sense. And if that were to be true, that would mean that it looks like Sony is really fast-tracking a Spider-Woman movie, and that it would make sense for them to be hiring a director right now. But is there anything else that it could be? The three major contenders are Black Cat, Silver Sable, and Silk. All three kind of had that badass female superhero motif that Olivia Wilde is apparently really excited for, according to Deadline, but let's look at them. So it's been rumored more recently that Black Cat is further along in development than Silver Sable, making it more likely than Silver Sable or Silk to be happening. But at the same time, right now Sony is really looking at trying to make their movies as connected to the MCU as possible. Now for Silk, that means that there have been some Easter eggs throughout the Tom Holland movies to the character of Silk, with an Asian American girl named Cindy appearing in both Spider-Man Homecoming and Avengers Infinity War. But on the other hand, due to film rights reasons, Marvel Studios actually has the rights to use Jessica Drew, the alter ego of Spider-Woman, in their movies. Just they can't show her suit, talk about her powers, or allude to her being Spider-Woman, at least as far as we know. Maybe there's some kind of legal loophole that we don't know about that they could use a little more of her. But that would mean that they could have Jessica Drew appear in Marvel movies and then have Spider-Woman movies made by Sony, which would really make them connected. Also, if we are going to take that spider emoji that Olivia Wilde tweeted as an indicator of what movie she's directing, that would also make sense for Silk. So in the end, I think it's about equal, the likelihood of it being Silk as it being Spider-Woman, but it is quite possible that it's Spider-Woman anyway, and the Deadline article does push for it being Spider-Woman. On the other hand, though, we really should just wait until Sony makes their official announcement as to what movie it is. So I guess we'll just have to wait till then for official confirmation. That's pretty much it. I hope you like this speculation video. Bye.